All right, good morning, everybody. First and foremost, we just want to thank you for joining us today and welcoming you to the Health Information Technology Virtual Open House. Before we get started, I just wanted to go over a few housekeeping items. Just so that you're aware, this session will be recorded for quality assurance purposes. For attending the session, we'll provide you with an application fee waiver. That code's going to be emailed to you before the end of next week, but we'll also be sharing that information with you during the session during the Q&A portion. In order to provide the best experience for you and for the other attendees of the session, just bear in mind to continue to keep your microphone muted as well as your video disabled throughout the session. Lastly, if you have any questions that arise during the presentation, feel free to utilize the WebEx chat feature, which is in the bottom right, to submit your questions. Again, we'll have an outline Q&A portion at the end of the presentation, and where we'll address your questions. And if for whatever reason we can't address your question during this session, I'll be following up with you via email after. I am Faith Dan, and I'm the program coordinator for the Health and IT program, and I'm going to turn things over to Dr. Shimei Pan.
Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Shimei Pan. I'm the Interim Director of the Health IT program. And first, I want to welcome you to our virtual open house. So in this presentation, I want to provide some information about the university, the Health IT program, and some information about the career in health IT, as well as the application process. So first, let me give you a brief introduction to UMBC. For those who may not know, UMBC is located in the Baltimore and the Washington, D.C. metro area. It's about 15 minutes away from the downtown Baltimore, about 45 minutes away from Washington, D.C. So, and also, UMBC is well known for its teaching, both its teaching and research programs. And according to the U.S. News and World Report, UMBC ranked #1 up-and-coming university in the U.S. And the up-and-coming universities are those that make the most promising and innovative changes in the areas of academics, faculty, and student life. And also recently, there is a rank for most innovative universities in the US, and UMBC ranked the #4. In addition, UMBC is one of the most diverse universities in the US. We welcome, students with all kinds of backgrounds from all over the world. And also, UMBC provide excellent, campus resources to support student learning. For example, we have Writing Center, which can help people improve their writing skills. We also have the English Language Institute to help people whose native language is not English to improve their communication. We also have other facilities to help student learning. Okay, so this slide is a little bit about myself. Right now, I'm the Interim Program Director for the Health IT program. And my background is mostly, the IT side. As you can see, I have a PhD in computer science from Columbia University. And my main research area is AI, data analytics, such as text analytics or social media analytics. So I have applied these techniques in many different, biomedical applications. For example, we can apply text analytics to derive insight from the EHR data and also from biomedical publications. And also apply, large-scale social media analytics to build human behavior models. And the insight gained from these models can help us to understand a lot of the mental health issues, such as addiction, and depression. So before I joined UMBC, I also had over 10 years of industry experience. I was a research scientist at IBM T.J. Watson Research Center. I'm also quite active in terms of publications and professional services. Now a little bit about our faculty. So our courses are taught, by instructors prominent in the health IT industry, as well as the faculties from the Information Systems Department at UMBC. So basically, the Information System Department is the academic home for this health IT program. Okay, so in addition to teaching, the health IT faculties, at the Information System Department also conduct cutting edge research in health IT. And some of here I just list a few projects, which just give you some idea on the research we do here. And these projects are funded by Natural Science Foundation and also the Department of Health and Human Services. Okay, so if you look at the first project, which is conducted at our health IT lab at the Information System Department, and the project focused on developing in health IT technologies to improve healthcare quality and also healthcare the processes, which is in the setting. Here focused on the home healthcare setting and the hospice. So this is one of the multi-year projects, conducted in our health IT lab. And also, if you look at the second project, this is conducted at the Baltimore Veteran Affairs Hospital, focuses on building predictive models for suicidal admission. And the last project is funded by NSF. Actually, I'm also involved. So this is collaborating with the Hilltop Institute and using the data from Maryland's Department of Health, the Medicaid data, and try to make sure that the AI system we develop to automatically allocate healthcare resources is fair and will not have bias against, certain groups of people, especially vulnerable people like the people with disabilities. So these are just give you some flavor on the research projects we conducted at the IS department here. So here, in terms of the health IT Masters of Professional Study program, the idea is, since a successful career in health IT requires a deep understanding of many different aspects of the healthcare system, including the people, such as, of course, the patients, the different healthcare providers, and also different organizations, such as in the hospitals, and also insurance companies, and different technologies, of course, like the IT infrastructure and the system we build, and also the technologies and the tools we employ, and also the operational environment. So all these different things, people need to have a good understanding of it in order to have a successful career in health IT. So as a result, our program is also designed just to build up these technologies in all these above aspects. So here I just give you some idea when we design this program, what we have in our mind that this program is appropriate for different kind of people when we design the program. So since the main goal of our program is to help bridge the gap between healthcare and information technology. So when we design the program, on the one hand, we have people with healthcare background in our mind, such as those physicians, nurses, physician assistants, and dentists. And these people may not have a lot of, IT background, and they want to gain additional knowledge on how to develop and manage health IT systems and technologies to improve patients' care. And this is a program, we designed with these people in our mind. On the other hand, the program is also designed for IT professionals. such as, software engineers or data scientists. And for them to understand how the health IT ecosystem work, how the system operation, and also to gain insight from healthcare data, which there are a lot of data out there, like a lot of EHR data. So this is try to introduce the healthcare part of the knowledge to the IT professionals. Of course, there are other, this program can also help other professionals to gain a robust understanding on the IT technologies, and also the understanding of the healthcare system. So the people which can potentially benefit from this also include people who are managers of hospital centers, who are implementers of EHR systems, or biomedical researchers, or health policy professionals. So all kinds of people, when we design the program, we have these people in our mind which potentially can help them. So in terms of job opportunities, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, health IT is projected to grow much faster than the average occupations, with expected 22% annual growth rate through year 2022. Okay, and the people with health IT background can have a career in developing or managing health IT systems in various settings, such as in clinical settings or in home and hospice settings. They can also help develop or manage, IT systems for consumer health in consumer health settings, such as, develop a patient portal to help patients to access and manage their health data, and also to facilitate patients communicate with various people, such as doctors or people in the insurance companies, so that to facilitate their communications. And another type of career, with health IT background will be related to providing consulting services. Consulting service to many different industries, like the insurance companies, provide consulting service to public health agencies, and also provide consulting service to legal firms. And of course, there are a lot of openings in local, state, and federal governments on managing various health IT systems. So these are, various job opportunities that potentially people with health IT background can consider. So why health IT at UMBC? So we believe UMBC is uniquely positioned to offer such a program. On the one hand, UMBC has an excellent reputation in IT education. So UMBC offers, bachelor, master's, and PhD degree in computer science, in computer engineering, and in information systems. UMBC is, in terms of location, UMBC is also ideally located near many, medical centers and hospitals. Among them, for example, Johns Hopkins Hospital is a well-known, hospital, and also University of Maryland Medical Center, very close nearby to UMBC campus. And in addition, UMBC is also very close to many, healthcare-related government agencies, such as, the Maryland Department of Health, the National Institute of Health, and also the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So all these kind of government agencies potentially can also, we are very close to them, so we can develop connections with them. And the student, after they graduated, or they can also have jobs there. So these are all advantages, of taking the health IT program at UMBC. And also our program is really flexible when we design the program, we are very sensitive to the schedules of busy working professionals and also the work-life balance. So you will see, when we design this, we also take this into consideration. So let's talk a little bit about the Health IT MPS program. So our mission is to empower professionals to leverage information technology to improve healthcare. So our course schedule are very flexible. We mentioned that already. And we offer both online and hybrid courses. Our curricula also include many multidisciplinary topics such as, healthcare information technology, and also include soft skill development. We believe all of these, are necessary for students to succeed in the workplace. So that's just, our general mission and consideration. So once a student is enrolled in our program, these are the things you can expect. For example, since our, instructors, they are current practitioners in the health IT field, they often bring current and real-world experience into the classroom and share that with our students. And also our classroom is small. And the average class size is about 12. As you can imagine, students can receive more individual attentions. Our students are also encouraged to participate, health IT research at UMBC, and also encouraged to seek external health IT internships or attend research talks at the ICE department. So to receive an MPS degree in health IT, you need to take a total of 10 courses. Among them, 6 are required core courses. The core courses are, as you can see, the health informatics 1 and 2, and health IT law and ethics, health IT policy and administration, health data analytics, and the capstone projects. So in addition, the student also need to take 4 electives. So among the electives, some are offered by our health IT department, such as the public health informatics, process quality improvement with health IT, introduction to healthcare database, health IT privacy and security. Students can also take up to 2, electives from other departments. We list some of them here, but there are other availabilities as long as, the student get approval, before they register for external courses. So there are a lot of flexibilities there in terms of electives. So overall, the combination of the core courses and the electives is, a student need to have 10 courses in order to get the degree. So here, just additional policies. Can we go back? Yes. So first, so when we, classify students, some are considered full-time students, some are considered part-time student. So full-time student normally, they take 9 credits in each semester. This is like 3 courses. And part-time students just take, 1 to 8 credits in a semester. These are considered part-time students. And students also need to enroll continuously, every semester in the academic year. This only include fall and spring, not summer. So, and also, but leave of absence is possible. The student just need to get approval from the academic advisor. And student also need to maintain a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. So this is a minimum GPA requirement for the degree. And in addition, we allow students to transfer a maximum of 2 courses, 2 courses, 6 credits. Okay, so but this is also need the consent from the program director and also some other criteria you have to meet. Okay, so these are just some of the policies related to the degree. So we also offer another program. This is called Accelerated BA MPS program. The program basically allows students to earn both a bachelor and MPS degree at the same time. And the advantage of taking this program is to shorten the overall time to earn a master degree. So basically, the students normally at their junior year in college, they need to apply for admission to this program. And once they admitted, they can use like up to 3 graduate courses. These 3 courses are counted towards both their bachelor degree and their MPS degree. So as a result, this will kind of cut off the total time, at least by 1 semester, because you have 3 courses which counted towards both the bachelor and the master degree. Okay, so if you are interested in this program, you need to submit a statement of purpose. You also need to have a minimal undergrad GPA of 3.0 or more, and international student need appropriate visa and TOEFL scores. Okay. So basically, if you're interested in any of the program I just mentioned, you can use the link to apply. The first one is for the master program. The second one is for the joint, bachelor and the master program. And normally you need to submit your transcript to our graduate school. And also there is an application fee, since you attend our open house, you will get a code later to have a waive of the application fee. And also for letters of recommendation, these are not required, but can be useful, especially for those students whose GPA is not very high. I go through these slides very quickly. So thank you for coming. And these are our contact info. So if you have questions about, academic and the career, normally you reach the GPD, which is me, about if you have questions about the academic or your career related questions. And if those questions are more administrative, then you need to reach Faith, to get the answer. So, this is my last slides. I just want to point out if you look at the bottom of the slide, there is a code. And the code, the red code, DPS 2020, you can write it down. This code you can use once you apply, you can use this code to waive the application fee. Okay, so that's it for my, presentation. I know I go through them very quickly because I cannot see you. I just can look at the slides. So now, we can, if you have any questions, please use the chat panel and you can send your questions, to the chat panel, and then we will answer or try to answer them.
I'm not seeing any questions here, but I do have one sort of prompt that I think maybe would be helpful, Dr. Pan, if you want to address something that some of you may be thinking about, but or may not yet have formulated your questions in full. But Dr. Pan, can you speak more on the programmatic offerings that make HIT unique, especially make it stand out as opposed to some of maybe the competitors? I know you talked a little bit about the research and some of the centers that the university offers, but is there anything else that you can think of in terms of our courses that might, again, make HIT at UMBC stand out or be distinct from other programs?
So as I said, when we designed the program, we first, we believe this is a very interdisciplinary field, and a student, in order to succeed in this career path, they do need to understand many different aspects of it, and including, I said earlier, the people, all kind of people, they play different roles in this healthcare system. And also, the organization, they play very different roles as well, the hospitals and the insurance company. And also, for example, the all kind of health, IT technologies, IT technologies that are used to build the system, for example, the EHR system, how to facilitate, information sharing and information access, streamline the process, of, right now, a lot of the process is not optimized, and also how to, but in order to do that, you do need to understand the, technology side, and also, the operational environment. So I think one of the challenges for health IT is, most of people come with certain background. Rarely people has the, full, picture. So I think, when we design this, we really take an interdisciplinary view. For other, health IT program, different program, they may focus on, for example, IT. They talk about a lot of IT. So we take a more interdisciplinary view. I think that's one thing which is could be different. And I mentioned that, the academic home for the project is the information system department. And also information system department will have a lot of faculties who are working on cutting edge, researchers in this field. So it's very tightly related, program. So if you are interested in doing health IT projects, potentially it's easy to reach to these faculties and to find projects and to work in their labs. So this kind of, very closely, tightly related, programs. And in addition, I also mentioned, I think the location, I cannot emphasize enough, it's a really ideal location where the UMBC is located. So it's in the metro area, and also have close, there are a lot of big, government agencies which are related to, healthcare, and we are very close to them. As you can see, if, we can easily develop, relationship with these government agencies, and the students, if they look for internships and looking for jobs, these are also potential employer for these type of students. And also in terms of hospitals, medical centers, of course, we also have a lot of hospitals and medical centers in this area. So this kind of, right in the center of all these actions is also something quite unique, for our program. So I think that's, and also UMBC, if people, know UMBC, they know we have very, very strong IT education, reputation. So we have multiple departments, multiple programs, which we offer, bachelor, master, and PhD programs. And so definitely, if you want to learn IT, we have all kinds of expertise in this area. And so I just say really, it's basically in the middle, in the center of all the actions. And in order to do health IT, you do need to have this kind of holistic view of the whole thing. There are many aspects involved, and the student do have to take all these aspects into consideration in order to be successful. If you only know one part of it or only two part of it, and you will have difficulty to, understand a lot of these systems and technologies. Therefore, you might have difficulty managing this kind of projects. And so I think this is how I see this.
Thank you, Dr. Pan. We have two questions which are very similar, so I'm going to try to group them together. We have folks that have relevant degrees in public health, not necessarily in IT, and they're wondering how this might hinder their learning ability or what they can do to kind of make themselves both an ideal candidate for admission into the program, but also successful as a student.
Okay, so for this one, I think you don't need to worry too much with our courses. Normally, we don't assume you have a background in IT. So basically, as you know, when we design the program, we know our student will come, with maybe one or knows one or two aspects of the whole thing, but don't know the other part very well. So when we design the program, so when we look at our candidates, as long as they have experience or background related to one of these areas, they are fine. When we design this, we have taken those things into consideration.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there are any other questions. We, both Dr. Pan and myself, are available via email if you have any other follow-up questions after the session. But we want to thank everyone again for coming. Again, the fee waiver code that can be used to apply towards the fall 2020 application is all caps DPS 2020, and it is case and space sensitive. Thank you again, everyone, for coming to this session. And again, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, either specific or more general. And at this time, we're going to close the webinar.